Hello and welcome to DD India. You're watching Express News, a program where we bring you top 100 news of the day. I'm Tanvi Taneja. Let's begin. Day 13 of the winter session of India's Parliament on Wednesday witnessed minimal business due to chaotic scenes in both the houses. Despite disruptions, the lower house of Indian Parliament, also known as the Lok Sabha, passed the Railways Amendment Bill 2024 on Wednesday. Earlier, responding to a question in the lower house, IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav said that the Modi government believes in democratizing technology, which was not the case during the Congress rule. Replying to another question, Minister Vaishnav, who is also the Railways Minister, informed the House that India has undertaken the world's largest railway redevelopment project. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi will shortly interact with the participants of Smart India Hackathon 2024. More than 1,300 students' teams from across the country will participate in the grand finale of Smart India Hackathon 2024. India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman addressed the Global Economic Policy Forum 2024 on Wednesday. Minister Sitharaman said that inflation continues to be a major challenge for countries globally, adding that the problem cannot be tackled in isolation. The minister also added that industries should work with small and medium enterprises to explore how they can support large units while equally contributing to job creation. Former Revenue Secretary of India Sanjay Malhotra on Wednesday assumed charge as the 26th Governor of the Reserve Bank of India. The Ministry of Information and Broadcasting is set to expand FM radio services to 234 new cities, aiming to boost local content and create employment opportunities. Secretary Sanjay Jaju emphasized the government's focus on leveraging technology to strengthen broadcasting's role in economic growth and cultural preservation. IIT Delhi has secured the top spot among Indian universities in this year's QS Sustainability Rankings. Globally, the institution jumped to 171 from last year's 426 rank. The Kerala Institute of Local Administration, KILA, won the National Panchayat Award 2024, ranking first at the national level. The award was based on the efforts made by the State Institute for training of elected representatives of Panchayati Raj institutions. Nepali Army Chief General Ashok Raj Sigdel commenced a significant 4-day official visit to India on Tuesday. India's Minister for Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh, on Wednesday praised the country's achievement in the field of space technology and reiterated India's credentials as a leading space explorer nation. Delhi MLA Abdul Rahman resigned from Aam Aadmi Party and joined Congress, citing concerns over the party's double standards on equality and justice. Indian benchmark indices ended with marginal gains on Wednesday. At close, the Sensex was up 16 points at 81,526 and the Nifty was up 31 points at 24,641. At the Forex market, the Indian rupee ended flat at 84 rupees 84 paise per dollar on Wednesday versus Tuesday's close of 84.85. The Nifty 50 index is projected to achieve a net profit growth of 16.3% in fiscal year 2026, following a robust 20.3% earnings growth in fiscal year 2024, as per a report from Kotak Securities. Gold futures maturing on 5th February 2025 were priced at 78,474 rupees per 10 grams at the Multi-Commodity Exchange. Silver futures for 5th March 2025 maturity stood at 95,330 rupees per kilo on the MCX. Oil prices rose on Wednesday as markets anticipated a demand surge from China, the world's largest crude importer. Brent crude futures gained 36 cents to $72.55 a barrel, while US crude rose 36 cents to $68.95 a barrel. Markets in the Asia-Pacific showed mixed performance on Wednesday. Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index was up 0.57%, while CSI 300 was higher by 0.18%. South Korea's blue chip Kospi jumped 0.78% and the small cap Kosdaq climbed 2%. Japan's Nikkei was behind by 0.25%. The Dow Jones fell 0.35%, the S&P 500 fell 0.3% and the Nasdaq Composite fell 0.25% on Tuesday. The dollar index climbed 0.25% to 106.42, while the euro dipped 0.27%, trading at $1.0523. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen cautioned that President-elect Donald Trump's proposed tariffs could drive inflation higher and increase costs for households and businesses. Bangladesh has recorded 88 cases related to minority incidents this year. Authorities have arrested 70 people in this connection. South Korean police raided the presidential office as part of an investigation into President Yoon Suk Yeol's brief declaration of martial law. South Korea's opposition party will vote this Saturday on a motion to impeach President Yoon Suk Yeol over the martial law declaration. South Korea's former defense minister attempted suicide shortly before being arrested for his involvement in the martial law operation. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's corruption trial will resume on Wednesday. He testified for the first time on Tuesday. The UN General Assembly will vote on Wednesday on a resolution calling for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. This follows a similar vetoed resolution in the Security Council. The US has introduced trade restrictions on 8 companies, including 2 from China and several from Russia, over alleged human rights violations. Outgoing US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin expressed concern over the growing relationship between North Korea and Russia during a visit to Japan. Taiwan has spotted 53 Chinese aircraft and 19 ships near its territory in the past 24 hours, including 11 warships. Taiwan's presidential office has urged China to cease provocative military actions, citing disruptions to regional peace. China's Taiwan Affairs Office warned that Taiwan's moves toward independence will not go unchecked. Syria's new Prime Minister Mohammed al-Bashir called for peace and stability following the ousting of Bashar al-Assad in a rebel offensive. The Biden administration urged Syrian rebels to form an inclusive transitional government rather than assuming automatic leadership. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken called for a transparent and inclusive political process in Syria. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu warned Syria's new regime that Israel would take all necessary measures to protect its security. India has evacuated 75 of its citizens from Syria following the recent developments in the country. A drone severely damaged an International Atomic Energy Agency vehicle en route to the Russian-held Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called the drone strike a deliberate Russian attack, accusing Moscow of disregarding international law. A Sudanese airstrike on a market in North Darfur killed over 100 people, marking one of the war's deadliest days. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva is in a stable condition after undergoing emergency surgery for an intracranial hemorrhage. We are heading for a short break here in Express News. A lot more is lined up on the other side. Stay tuned.
This week on Defense Dynamics, we will talk about the Syrian war. We'll get into the geopolitics of Middle East that is pivoted around Syria. Who lost and who won, and what this means for the people of West Asia. Beyond this, the new Cold War has just begun. It is the semiconductor war between the United States and China. It is the war of controlling the technology in the realms of artificial intelligence. It is being said that artificial intelligence could prove to be even more lethal than the nuclear bomb. So what does this mean for our future? Watch all this on Defense Dynamics every Wednesday at 8 p.m. IST only on DD India.
Hello, welcome back to Express News. Let's resume. A fierce wildfire spread across California's Malibu on Tuesday, forcing extensive evacuations and threatening homes as firefighters struggle to contain the blaze. The National Weather Service has posted a high danger red flag warning because of the powerful winds that are fanning the already dangerous fire. California's authorities went door to door overnight to alert thousands of residents and closed roads as the fire grew. Mount Canelon in the Philippines erupted for a second time this year on Monday, sending an ash cloud up to 2.5 miles into the sky. The active volcano covered the homes, roads and buildings in ash after erupting in the central Philippine province of Negros Occidental. The cold wave continues to grip northern India with the snowfall in the hilly regions of Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Temperatures across all districts of Kashmir have dropped below freezing, with Gulmarg recording the lowest at -9 degrees Celsius, while Himachal Pradesh and Punjab are under a severe cold wave. The Indian Met Department has issued orange and yellow alerts for various districts as a growing low-pressure weather system is to reach Tamil Nadu coast on Wednesday, triggering rainfall alerts across Delta districts. Responding to the severe weather conditions, the Mailadurai district collector has announced a holiday for schools and colleges today. India's capital city Delhi recorded a steeping dip with 8 degrees Celsius in night temperature. The India Meteorological Department suggests Delhi's temperature to fall, expecting dense fog across national capital region. Nobel laureates in physics, chemistry, medicine, economics and literature received their prizes at a royal ceremony in Stockholm on Tuesday. The ceremony featured the laureates and guests in glamorous formal wear, with the men in white tie and tails and women in long gowns. The mythical Krampus and other frightening creatures took to the streets of Munich on Sunday, much to the delight and fright of onlookers. Locals and tourists turned out to watch as the horned, sheepskin-clad Krampus frightened adults and children alike, dragging some from the crowd and beating them with their beach rods. Chicago is glowing with holiday cheer as millions of lights decorate trees and storefronts across the city. As Christmas approaches, Colombians can board a festive train in Bogota, traveling from Usaquén to Chía with Santa Claus and his elves. In Chía, a fireworks display greets them and bright lights illuminate the paths of Monserrate Hill. The playful and agile giant panda named Shengil was captured showing off her climbing skills at a breeding base in southwest China's Sichuan province. Hundreds of people arrived in Mexico to celebrate the feast day of Lady of Guadalupe, the country's patron saint. As Mahakumbh approaches, women in the North Indian state of Uttar Pradesh are crafting puja mats from banana stem fibers for devotees and saints visiting Prayagraj. Scheduled from January 13th to February 26, 2025, the grand event symbolizes India's rich cultural and spiritual heritage, attracting millions of devotees from across the world. As winter sets in, Gandhi Zoological Park in the central Indian state of Madhya Pradesh ensures cozy habitats for its animals by providing heaters, bulbs and thick curtains to provide warmth to benefit lions, tigers, bears and other species. Canadian singer-songwriter Bryan Adams recently performed in the North Indian state of Meghalaya as part of his So Happy It Hurts tour. As the 25th Hornbill Festival concludes on Tuesday, the 10-day-long festival ended with a spectacular closing ceremony at Kisama, celebrating Nagaland's rich culture and heritage. Gita Jayanti Mahotsav has created a Guinness World Record of recitation of Srimad Bhagavad Gita by over 5,000 Bhagavad Gita devotees in Madhya Pradesh's Bhopal and Ujjain on Wednesday. A Whitney Museum exhibition celebrates the enduring legacy of American dancer and director Alvin Ailey, a pivotal figure in modern dance. Apart from featuring diverse artworks, the exhibition also examines the evolution of the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theatre. Cynthia Erivo, Regina King and Tyler Perry were honoured at the 7th Annual Critics' Choice Association celebration of Black cinema and television in Los Angeles. James Bond star Daniel Craig attended the premiere of his new film Queer along with Australian actor Cate Blanchett in London. Directed by Luca Guadagnino, Queer stars Craig as a drug-addicted American and follows his romantic journey. The 29th edition of the International Film Festival of Kerala is set to commence on Friday. Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan will officially inaugurate the 29th edition of the week-long festival today. Nikki Giovanni, a celebrated poet and activist, passed away on December 9, 2024 at the age of 81. Fraternities across Bollywood paid tribute to the tragedy star of Bollywood Dilip Kumar on his 102nd birth anniversary for his contribution to Indian cinema. Kapoor clan met Prime Minister Narendra Modi ahead of Raj Kapoor's birth centenary celebrations and extended an invitation for the Raj Kapoor Film Festival screening from 13th to 15th of December. Allu Arjun starrer Pushpa has become the fastest film to enter the 1,000 crore club in just 6 days of its release. Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. and Jude Bellingham score as Real Madrid beat Atlanta 3-2 to get their Champions League title defense back up and running. Paris Saint-Germain kept their Champions League hopes alive with a 3-0 win against Salzburg in Austria on Tuesday. Liverpool maintained their 100% record in this season's Champions League and have a healthy lead at the top of the standings after a 1-0 win at Girona on Tuesday. Bayern Munich's Michael Olise netted a second-half double as they came back from conceding an early goal to win 5-1 against Shakhtar Donetsk on Tuesday. Bayer Leverkusen's Nordi Mukiel scored a 90th-minute goal to give his team a 1-0 win over Inter Milan and move the Germans closer to qualification. Italian club Juventus will host English giants Manchester City in their group stage clash at the Allianz Stadium in Turin, Italy tonight. China's Ding Liren is taking on Indian challenger Di Gukesh in Game 13 of the World Chess Championship in Singapore. The world title is currently tied at 6 points each. Global governing body FIFA announced on Tuesday that the 2027th edition of the Women's World Cup for soccer will take place in Brazil between June 24th and July 25th. South Africa defeated Pakistan by 11 runs in a thrilling final over in the first T20 International at Kingsmead on Tuesday. Harry Brook replaced Joe Root as the #1 Test batter on Wednesday at the top of the ICC Test batting rankings. India pacer Jasprit Bumrah held on to their top positions in the bowlers in the longest format with 890 rating points. Ravindra Jadeja also maintained the top spot on the test rankings for all-rounders with 415 rating points, followed distantly by Bangladesh skipper Mehdi Hasan Miraz. The New York Yankees have agreed to sign left-handed pitcher Max Fried to a $218 million 8-year contract, MLB reported on Tuesday. Canadian athlete Summer McIntosh set a new world record time in the 400-meter freestyle on the opening of the 25-meter swimming World Championships in Hungary. And South Africa's biggest racing circuit, Kyalami Grand Prix circuit, is gearing up to host the country's Formula One race for the first time since 1993. So that's it in Express News. Thank you for watching. Namaskar.